understand. Your love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is no one in a million.
Y'all want to know something funny? I just filmed this video and I stopped like halfway through because it was all over the place. My thoughts were all over the place. There was no structure to the video. And I just looked at the video and it was not focused. So, hell, we gonna try it again. Today I'm drinking Patron with 3 ice cubes and a slice of kiwi. What is the kiwi doing for me? Probably nothing. I hope this video doesn't have the same effect. I hope this video does something for you. Anyway, so as you can see by the title, today we talk about how desire is the root of all suffering. And I wanted to talk about this because it's a lesson that continues to be prominent in my life, continues to occur in my life, something that I just continue to learn. And I said, you know what, it's something worth talking about. It's, video worthy. So here we go. Buddha taught us that the second noble truth is that the origin of suffering is attachment, right? So many times we want something, and I think we have to be taught, or we just have to realize that there are so many possibilities in the world that to get exactly what you want when you want it is absurd. Like, if that's that's just absurd. Like it's no other way to put it, Like, what? Like, if everybody got what they wanted when they wanted it, what would be the fun? Like, Like, the origin, y'all know I have to say things over and over for it to like click in my head and in your head. The origin of suffering is attachment. So I also learned a while ago from an ex of mine, we're gonna call him an ex-boyfriend, of mine, that you cannot be attached to the outcome of situations. You have to accept that whatever happens is in your, greatest benefit. That's what's best for you. Because when you're attached to the outcome of something, you tend to do things that you wouldn't normally do just to get what you want, right? When people are in extreme need, they take drastic measures. And it's the same thing when you're attached to the outcome. Like, when you want to be married so bad, you'll accept any nigga that's, ready to give you a ring. You've completely disregarded morals, values, finances, their desires. Like, when women want to be married, they just want to be married. Like, they skip the getting to know you phase because they want to be married. Like, their eye is on the ring. Like, that's their prize. So it's like you have to detach yourself from the outcome and just trust in the universe, trust in God, Buddha, whomever that you believe in, to know that they're going to give you exactly what you need and that each outcome is specifically tailored to you. Like, that's just the trust that you have to have in yourself, in the world, and whomever you believe in. Like, you just got to know, like, okay, whatever I get, that's for me. Like, you can't, hell, we don't always know what's for us. And I think you have to step outside yourself to even understand that. Like, I don't always know what's good for me. Like, I'm learning new things about myself every day. So imagine me, a 22-year-old, thinking that I know what's best for me, when it could be something 20 times greater waiting on me. The universe could have something this big for me. And I'm limiting myself to something this small. Like, you just have to be open-minded. You can't be attached to anything, especially not to outcomes. The origin of suffering is attachment. Be willing to let things go. Okay? Be willing to let things go. I think that's a really huge one. Because a lot of times, especially like, I hate for things to like come back to relationships, but it's just something that we can all like relate to. A lot of people, men and women, won't let relationships go because they think that there isn't someone else out there for them. And to that, I say, God damn, there might not be someone else out there for you. Does being lonely, or not even lonely, does being partnerless, because lonely is something that you create on your own. Does being partnerless really weigh more than peace? Like, some people, like, you have to ask yourself that. And a lot of people don't ask themselves that, and subconsciously they choose a partner full of mess, full of drama, full of baggage over peace, because they aren't willing to let things go. They haven't prepared themselves to let things go. And that's the same with jobs. A lot of times, if a job is stressing you the hell out, let it go. You might have to go without eating salmon for a little bit. You can't get no lamb chops for a couple months. You might be eating peanut butter and jelly and goddamn noodles for a minute. But hell, at least you ain't working at no shitty ass job that's running you into the fucking ground. Because as soon as you leave, they'll fill that position. But you know what that job won't do? Pay you more to go get therapy. That job won't pay you for those bags under your eyes. They're not going to pay you for your stress. They're not going to pay you for your pain. And they damn sure not going to pay you enough for it to be worth the time that you put in there. So be willing to let things go. Know when things have expired. Okay? My next topic. Make do with what you have, right? So, to want something, if you are alive and breathing, you have a purpose, right? And we are given everything that we need to be successful. So when you want for more, when you haven't done what you can with what you have, that's when things begin to get taken from you, okay? And so I say make do with what you have, because a lot of times we don't even realize what we're presented with, right? When it came to me in my YouTube channel, I had an iPhone. And that's all you need, right? You can upload videos from an iPhone right to YouTube. But I felt like I needed a MacBook. And then I needed a hard drive. I needed all of these things in order to get started on YouTube when I had what I needed. And so that might have cost me. Had I started YouTube with an iPhone fresh out of high school, who knows where I would have been in 5 years? Because I've been out of high school a couple years, about 4 or 5 years. Who knows where I would have been? But I waited, because to me, I didn't have what I needed. Whole time I did. So make do with what you have. Start now, Like, you want an outcome, go get that outcome. Start today. Don't sit, thinking, well, damn, I need this before I go start. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just start. My next topic. Appreciation and yearning do not mix. Let me say that again. Appreciation and yearning do not mix. That goes really well with make do with what you have. You cannot appreciate what you have and still yearn for more, right? Because people that appreciate what they have create elevation with it, Like, if you have a wife and you go cheat on her because you're yearning for more, then you don't appreciate what you have. You dig what I'm saying? If you have a job and you're yearning for more, then you don't appreciate what you have. Now, there's a difference between yearning for more and striving for better. You know what I'm saying? Like, to yearn for more is to go cheat, but still come back home to your wife. To strive for more is to apply to a new job and leave that old job for a better opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot appreciate what you have and still be searching for more. You can't keep one thing and go get something else. You can't stay in one chapter of your life and move to another one. There is no such thing as one foot in, one foot out. It just doesn't work like that. Like, you have to completely move to a new chapter. And appreciate change. Be okay with change. Welcome change into your life. Like, I sound like I'm preaching right now, but I'm serious. Like, be okay with moving on. Release attachment to the outcome. You might not be able to keep that job 20 years. And hell, it's 2021. A lot of us don't do that no more. But you might not. Everything comes to an end. Understand that. Live by that. Keep that close to your heart. Everything comes to an end. And be okay with that. Friendships, relationships, living situations, bad circumstances. Everything comes to an end. Now, whether it gets better or it gets worse, that's all on you. But everything comes to an end. And you have to be prepared for that. Whether it be by death, whether it be by natural disaster, whether it be by you taking a step forward or a step back, everything is going to come to an end. Prepare for that. Lastly, let go of the need to have control and know that you will get what you need. Let me say that again. Let go of the need to have control and know that you will get what you need in the end. I was talking about this earlier. The root of all suffering is desire, right? And so when you let go of the need to control something, when you stop desiring more, and you accept what it is you have, you appreciate what it is you have, and you know that what you have is all you need, you have reached success. Now, there's a little work that you have to put into that. But right now, I know I have a phone. I have a camera. I have a MacBook Pro. And that is success. That is YouTube success, right? The only thing missing is consistency and content. And that's all on me. Right? And one day I know that this YouTube channel will end. Whether it ends once I've just phased out of this part of my life, whether it ends once I die, whether it ends when YouTube deletes my channel, one day this channel will end. And I'm okay with that. Because there are plenty of other things in progress for me. So when I say that suffering, the desire, the root of all suffering is desire, it's like, just be content with where you are and who you are and what you have. Like, to want more is to decide the future. And you can't do that. Okay? Like, is this clicking for y'all? Like, the root of all suffering is desire. Wanting more. If you had what you wanted, then that means it was made for you. But you wanting something that you don't have means it's not your time. You have what you need. Like for me, prime example, I want a loft, right? Exposed brick, exposed ductwork, 2-bedroom, beautiful kitchen. I want a loft. I want a paid off BMW, but it's not my time. And that's why I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is work towards it. And the thing is, y'all, let me tell y'all, I'm not even attached to this loft. I'm not attached to this BMW because I know deep down in my heart that there may be something 10 times greater waiting for me. It could be a GLE Benz paid off by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? In my future. It could be a house paid off by somebody else in my future. It could be a $1 million settlement waiting on me in my future. Something way greater than what I want. And I'm okay with that. So you can work towards something because that's what you do. But you cannot be attached to the outcome. If I never get a loft, that means it just wasn't meant for me. As bad as I want one, I'm okay with never getting it. Because I know that whatever I end up with is what I'm supposed to have. Okay? A lot of people want a house. And they never get that house. Why? Because they've never prepared for it. They never get the house because they've never done the research for it. They never get the house because the house isn't made for them. They never get the house because they don't have the responsibility to take care of one. You know what I'm saying? So then they go their whole life or their whole adult life moping around. Why didn't I get the house? Why didn't I get the house? Well, damn, did you prepare for the house? Did you do what it took to get the house? Did you research the housing market? Did you go get you a FHA loan? Did you do anything for the house? You just want the house to come to you. Just come to you. Did you go get a job? Or did you obtain the income necessary for the house? A lot of times we so attached to an outcome that we forget that there are steps to get there. You can't go in your mama house to a house. It just don't work like that. I understand. As bad as I want a loft to be my first housing of my own, it's not impossible, but I know that there is real work that, has to be done. I'm okay with living in an apartment until that loft come around. I'm okay with it because I know that that's realistic. And I'm not attached to a loft being my first independent housing. That's what I want and that's what I work towards. That's what I put in work for. But if that's not what happens, I'm okay with it because it just wasn't meant to be. And a lot of times it just takes maturity. It just takes time to know that I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I don't want for more. I'm appreciative of what I have. I'm accepting of what the universe has given me. And I make do with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have an apartment. Damn, I want a house. Fuck around, lose your apartment. Cause you ain't took no time to appreciate what it is you have. And I'm finna get off this video because I feel like I'm finna get real preachy in this motherfucker. I feel like I'm finna get real preachy in here. But for real, y'all, the root of suffering is desire. Just be content with what you have. Right now, I'm content looking at this camera, drinking my Patron and talking. I don't want nothing else. Because where I am is where I'm supposed to be. Ooh, I can only imagine how I look. I'm telling y'all, I hope this resonate with y'all heart. Like, I know that whoever see this is gonna feel it. Whoever views this is supposed to see it. You do what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to reach the world. I just want to reach you.